Hey, welcome back to Snapple Games. My name's Max, and I got an exciting Pauper League for you here because STRIXHAVEN just came out on Magic Online, and I'm going to be playing Stompy with this big boy, Bayou Groff. And this guy is an absolute unit for sure. 2 mana, 5/4. As an additional cost to cast the spell, sack a creature or pay 3. So I think a lot of people saw this card, they want to test it out, and I think this is a natural shell for it. I'll go over this list in a second, but first let me say my channel is youtube.com/snapbolt. I'd really appreciate if you subscribe to my channel. There's a link in the description to subscribe. Below that, you can just go to the channel, check it out. Bunch of good Pauper content on there, some other formats as well. And so if you like my content, please subscribe, like this video. Thank you so much. Okay, let me get into this deck and what we're doing. I did want to bring my dog on because I thought it would be good, but honestly, he was just too comfortable on the couch with my girlfriend, and he was sleeping, and I felt bad moving him. So he's not in the vid today, but that's okay. She told me he was too comfortable. Okay, so we're playing this 2 mana 5/4. It says that's an additional cost, sack a creature or pay 3. Generally, we're not going to get to 5 mana in this deck, so generally we're going to have to sack a creature every time we want to play this. But it's a 2 mana 5/4. So what are the synergies that we have with Groff? We have Young Wolf, which is probably the best one. 1 mana 1/1 Undying. So when you sacrifice this, it comes back as a 2/2. And then you just play turn 1 Young Wolf, turn 2 Groff, sack the Young Wolf, and then you have a 2/2 and a 5/4 on turn 2. So that's a pretty nice line. Another nice creature to sacrifice in this list is actually just the Eldrazi spawn token from Nest Invader. So you just play Nest Invader turn 2, and then turn 3 you sack the Eldrazi spawn. You can't use it for mana, but you sack it to cast Groff, this big boy. So that's a pretty nice thing you can do. You can also just play out a couple Burning Tree Emissaries, sack one, or sack just one of these random 1-drops like Quirion, Skargan, Nettle, if you have to, or even Vault Scourge. And then one nice thing about the deck, or first, the other thing that I'm trying, which I'm not sure about because it's a tap land, but Colony Garden. It's a land that enters tap, that taps for green, and it makes a 0/1. So yeah, it doesn't work with if it's your only land and you have Quirion Ranger, you don't get to utilize the Quirion trick because this is not a forest. So there's some anti-synergy in the deck, and it's a tap land when a lot of times you're gonna keep one landers, and then it's kind of rough if it's Colony Garden. But I think getting an extra free quote unquote sack outlet for Groth is worth it with Quirion Ranger. So I'm gonna try it. I'm not sure. It could be 1 Colony Garden's right, could be 0 is right, could be 3 or 4 is right. I don't really know yet. You can also run like additional sack outlets if you want. There's like a 1 mana 1/1 that dies into another 1/1. There is Safehold Elite, which is a 2 mana 2/2 persist. So I don't know if you need more enablers for this unit, but maybe. I'm not sure yet. That's why we're gonna test. That's why we're gonna find out. Another nice synergy of Groth. I'm just gonna call him the unit of the unit is Hunger of the Hellpack, because it doesn't seem that hard to set up. Like turn 3, you just play Groth, sack a creature to the Groth ability, and then also cast Hunger that turn. So that's pretty nice synergy. It also just seems really nice, honestly, with Rancor, just going Groff and then putting your Rancor on your Groff, making it a 7/4 trample, attacking as early as turn 3, just seems really nice. I mean, this deck was good before. I don't know if this Groff version is going to be better. We had to cut like some cards, like I moved Riverbow to the sideboard. We can side it against the blue decks. And we obviously have to play Young Wolf in the main. And without Groff, it's not as strong. But this card is good against Cannonade and Edicts. So there's that. I mean, Young Wolf, if they're playing Chainer's Edict in their deck, we just have 4 Young Wolf main. That's pretty nice. Also having Colony Garden's good there. But again, other than that, we're just mono green Stompy. I also cut Elephant Guide because I was thinking, like, what else can I cut to fit this Groff package in? And I was thinking, well, Elephant Guide is good because it makes your things big, but I just have a big thing already. So do I need Elephant Guide? Yeah, it's good with Vault Scourge and it's good with Skargan and stuff, but I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna cut the Elephant Guides. I don't know if that's right. Savage Swipe. I actually, who was it? Somebody like cut down to 1 Savage Swipe, but I think this is probably like the best card in the deck. Even with less 2 mana creatures, This is just so good. You can even just fight with Groff as a 1-mana removal spell if you have to, but then you could still fight with Nest Invader, Burning Tree, a Young Wolf that has already died, a Skargan that was enabled, or a Nettle Sentinel. So you have a lot of 2-power creatures for Savage Swipe, and this card is what I'm always scared of when I'm playing against Stompy. I'm like, if they just have Savage Swipe here, I'm just going to lose. So I think you want 4 Savage Swipe for sure. Sideboard is just 3 Gutshot, 3 Weather, 3 Boa, 4 Gleeful Sabotage because this card's pretty nuts, especially in this deck, and 2 Longbows. All right, I'm just excited. Let's just go right into it. Let's go round 1. All right, welcome to round 1 against King Ziggy, who we've played, I think, once before, and we're on the play. I'm excited to get into this here. All right, we can play some Groffs. We can go. They said thank you for your Tron videos, by the way. Yeah, I think this person was on Tron last time I played them, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm just going to lead Ranger here, and then turn 2 I'll go attack with Ranger, play a Groff. I think they're going to be on Tron, if I'm not mistaken, but they could be trying new cards as well. I wouldn't be surprised to see this deck and other Groff decks at like a higher rate than you would generally expect because they have a removal spell. Because I think a lot of people want to play with Groff, so would not be surprised. All right, Nest Invader, that was like a perfect draw, basically. You know, I was hearing about a little MTGO lag right now, so it looks like it's lagging a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't get too bad here. Ooh, yeah, this is not looking that great for me as far as lag, but I'll just try to play through it for now. If the lag is too bad, though, I may have to cut it short. Okay, there's Hunger. Wow, this is actually pretty sick here. So I can just go land, play Groff, sack a creature, play Groff. I want to play this pre-combat because I want to play Hunger of the Howl Pack potentially. I might just run out Vault Scourge, but whoa, new tech. Yeah, trying the new cards. So I guess they have a removal spell here. So I think it's probably better just to play a Vault Scourge. I'm just going to attack for 2 and see what they do. They might just be mono black control. I think I am going to just play Vault Scourge because they tap 2 lands. They probably have a cast down that they want to use on this anyway, but if I hungered this, they would just kill it, I'm pretty sure. So let's just play a Vault Scourge and pass. Yeah, I always love when sets come out, getting to try new cards. Oh wow, they just cycled Fumes because they need lands. They're just gonna play like a Rager here or something? Oh yeah, there's the cast down. Okay, makes sense. So I have a couple options here. The problem is like the black removal spells are just good against us in general. Uh, what I can do is I can go play Groff, sacking Nest Invader, Hunger the Hellback on my Vault Scourge, attack with a 4/4 lifelink. It's kind of rough because also if I just draw one more land, I could just cast Groff for 5. Sacking my own creatures when it's not Young Wolf is pretty bad against mono black control. If they have another Defile, I just get wrecked also. I think I'm just supposed to Groff here. I could attack for 3 first and then Groff, and then just hold up Hunger. Why don't I do that? I think that's the safer line. It's not as greedy. I do like that we have the Young Wolves in the main against Mono Black, though. If we draw them in the next games, that should crush their edicts. Let's sack the Nest Invader rather than the Vault Scourge. And I'll just pass the turn. I know I could Hunger here, but I think I'm just going to pass. If they have like a removal spell, they're going to want to kill Groff anyway, and then I can just Hunger. Okay, nice. So now I just get to Hunger right now. So that worked out for me. Good thing I didn't go for it earlier. I would have just gotten blown out. I mean, I'm still not in a great position. They have 5 cards in hand. Rager, okay. Now I just get to crash in for 9. If I have like a Savage swipe. Okay, Rancor. All right, let's go. It was a good top deck. Just attack for 11 here, which is great. So if they block, they go to 5. They probably want to block because then my Vault Scourge is lethal otherwise. Okay, they go to 3. They have to deal with both my threats now, which they can do. They can do that. They have 5 cards. They're just gonna play 2 removal spells here. Oh, Sign in Blood go to 1. Okay, now it's gonna be tough. We just got them on the Defile, I guess. Nice. Yeah, it's a big boy. Got the job done, Groff. Good job. Do I just not sideboard here? I mean, Riverbow is not even that good. They have Defile, they have Edicts. I think my main deck is reasonably well set up. I mean, Young Wolf is good. I mean, Groff actually isn't that good because I don't really want to sack my creatures. Because even Young Wolf I don't necessarily want to sack. But I mean, I can always sack an Eldrazi spawn, turn on my Hungers. I can just, yeah, sack like a Quirion Ranger like I did, or even a Young Wolf, because then I'm just putting so much pressure on them. So even though I have to sack a creature and it's bad against Mono Black because they have so much removal, I think it's worth it. Also, having these Colony Gardens seems good in this matchup. Let's just not sideboard here. Could bring in some number of Gleeful Sabotage depending on what they have. Like they could have some targets for it, like Oubliette or maybe Pestilence. But I think they're just on the 4 Fumes main version. So I gotta watch out for that too. All right, I mean, this hand's not like fantastic, right? But I think I'm supposed to keep. If I draw like 2 threats in the first 2 draws, then the hand gets pretty insane. Okay, well, land was not ideal. They're just going to Defile right now. Yeah. Definitely in trouble. Yeah, it does seem pretty laggy here. Witch's Cottage. Okay, are they short on lands? Or they just want to make sure to play their 3-drop maybe? All right, so I get to go Burning Tree into Vault Scourge into Rancor on my Vault Scourge right now. If they have another Defile, I get wrecked, but sure. I think I'm just supposed to go for this now. Yeah, they have it. Brutal. I mean, nothing I can do there. I can't play around. Like if I try to wait on Rancor, then they just get to untap with 2 mana up, and yeah, maybe they play a 3-drop, but if they don't, then I'm in an even worse position. And now I'm just getting time walked here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna lose this game. Just 2 Defiles early on, but I mean I can still fight back, especially with a couple good draws. But having this many lands is not good for me. Let's just get that out of there. Hit for 4. Yeah, this lag is real. I would not want to play any complicated deck right now. There's definitely something on the server side for them with the new patch. I mean, Magic Online has been pretty bad recently. I even considered like starting to play more Arena just because like Wizards is putting so much effort into making Arena better and just letting Magic Online flounder that it's just like it feels bad to keep committing to Magic Online when like eventually you're going to want to switch to Arena anyway because it's going to be like the main way to play and where all the tournaments are at eventually. So it does feel bad like when these new patches come out and things are broken, doesn't function well. So Hunger. Okay. I don't actually want to keep a land in hand because they're going to play Chitter. And then I think I just need to Hunger my Burning Tree in response so I don't get time locked. So it's good to be hellbound against Chitter because then they can't like time walk you essentially. Chitter, okay. So I just let the ability go on the stack and then I just hunger here. It's not good, obviously, but it's better than having to just redraw my hunger. At least I can draw another creature now. Wow, triple defile, that's brutal. Okay. Well, I'm going to play this again because even though it shows what I drew, I don't want to, if they play another Chitter, I don't want to get time walked. So, same thing. Thorn, okay, this game's over. They just played double removal spell into Chitter, into removal spell, into Chitter, into Thorn. And we got a little flooded for our deck. So even if we draw like Groff now, it's just, I think it's over. All right, let's just concede. I could play it out, but I think with the Monarch, there's no real point. Let's just not waste time. Let's just go. Let's go game 3. I'm not going to sideboard again. Longbow could be interesting. Even Gut Shot could be interesting. I don't know how great Savage Swipe is, but I'm going to just run the main deck. I just want to draw Young Wolves basically in this matchup. Obviously drawing Young Wolf plus Groff is going to be good in any matchup, so sure, I'd like to draw that. Let's go game 3. What you got, Ziggy? Drake to play first? Yes, I would. This hand is honestly not that great. 4 lands is kind of a lot. All I have is like a Vault Courage and a Nest Invader to get there. I wonder if I'm supposed to mulligan this hand. I don't have a Rancor or anything even. I can play Forest, Vault Scourge, turn 1. Turn 2 I could go Forest, Nest Invader, and then that's all I have. Then I just have some Colony Gardens. I think I'm just supposed to mulligan and try to get a better hand. Oh god. This has got to be a mulligan too. Maybe I should have kept the first hand. I mean, this is the best hand for sure. Obviously, I wish this was my 7, but we can't have everything. So we're going to keep this. They kept 7. Oh, God. Savage Swipe definitely going back. Maybe Hunger as well. And just keep land, and 2 1-drops and a Rancor. Yeah. I think this is what I have to do. So no Defile, please. Because I'm probably just going with, especially that I'm on 5, I might just need to go for Rancor here. Oh man, I feel like they kept 7. They likely do have Defile. I think I'm just going to play around it. Just going to attack and then play a Skargan. Maybe this is wrong. Maybe I was supposed to just go for it because again, I'm on 5. Like I need to do something. But we'll see if they play an end of turn Defile here. They don't. Okay. Draw land. Brutal. Well, see, now the problem is, like, this is the same thing like last game, when I went for it and I got blown out. It's like, but now I can't even go for it again. So I just have to remain patient here and not go for it. It sucks, but they have, like, so many things they could have now. Cast Down, even Get's Verdict if they have that. I guess Get's Verdict doesn't work, but Cast Down or Defile, that's like 8 cards they could have. They could, yeah. I just don't think I can go for a Rancor into 2 mana. Yeah. I wonder if they had Defile. I'm gonna ask them. Even if they didn't have Defile and I just Rancor this up, I'm still in a pretty bad position, honestly. Okay, now I'm gonna go for it, obviously. Probably draw Groff here. Okay, we draw Burning Tree. Just gonna go Hellbent again. And I'm just gonna Rancor at my Vault Scourge. They should know that we just drew Burning Tree, because obviously we would have played it earlier. And now we just have to hope that Mono Black somehow doesn't have that much removal. And I don't think that's going to happen, so I think we're dead. But I'll try. Oubliette, my Vault Scourge. That deals with the Rancor too, actually. Jeez. And then plus Defile also. Yep. 4 cards to 0. Again, I could have kept that 7. Again, I'm not that experienced with mono green, so I don't know. But yeah, this is feeling pretty over here. Yeah, and this lag is real. Still fun to play with the new cards, though. Groff was pretty sick in game 1. All right, they're at 10. Any Thorn or Gray Merchant, we just lose. Wow, they go to 8. But they have 7 cards in hand now. All right, creature. Creature. I felt like my draws games 2 and 3 were also not that great, but I think this is probably just not a very good matchup for me. I'd rather play against like blue decks. They're just gonna go Gary, and I'm gonna concede. Duress my Rancor. Duress is interesting to bring in. Maybe they just want another cheap interactive spell. I'm gonna concede here. Just asking if they had Defile. Interesting to know if they had it or not. Yeah, they had it. GG's. Good games, King Ziggy. I think they beat us last time when they were on Tron, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure, but yeah, GG's again. Always fun to play against you, King Ziggy, and that was a good match. I mean, Groff got there in game 1, and I think like I just drew poorly in games 2 and 3. But on top of it, I think it's just a rough matchup with all the removal they have. It's hard for us to set up like a big creature against black removal. It's like a lot better against like lightning bolt decks, blue decks. But the black removal spells like cast down, like they don't care about Groff being a 5/4. They just kill it just the same. So the black decks do seem rough for us. So let's go round 2 here. Not even gonna try to pronounce that name. Let's go first. All right, yeah, I mean, I think you're supposed to keep hands like this with this deck. So see what we're up against. And again, I'm just not that experienced, so I'm not sure what to lead. My inclination is to lead Vault Scourge. We're on the play here. I could lead Vault Scourge, I can lead Young Wolf, or Nettle. Nettle, I guess, deals the most damage. So maybe I'm just supposed to lead Nettle. Because again, maybe I just care about damage. Young Wolf is best against removal. But I'm not that worried about a turn 1 removal spell. Most decks in Pauper have trouble playing a turn 1 removal spell, because usually they're like blue splash red for removal, blue splash black for removal. Or they like just have a bunch of tap lands to play their removal colors. So there's not that many decks like mono black. I mean, burn can like kill anything, but a lot of the blue decks cannot kill something on turn 1. And it looks like our opponent's on 4 cards here, so that's pretty rough for them. It's fun playing some Stompy. I haven't played it for a while. If we draw a land, then we just go off here. Okay, I just actually figured out. I didn't think about the hand in its entirety. This is a good example. Because I have Burning Tree Emissary and all my other spells are single pip, I should not lead Vault Scourge. Because if I draw a land, then I can go Burning Tree, make 2 mana, and then play 2 spells off it, because I can use the red mana to play Vault Scourge. So I definitely should not lead Vault Scourge. So I'm definitely just going to lead... I was going to lead Nettle anyway, because it deals the most damage. But I think Nettle is correct. There is an argument for Young Wolf, but yeah, I would just go Nettle here. We'll see what 4 our opponent kept and what deck they're on. Bog. Oh god, another black deck. Okay, but they did lead Bog, so their 4 is obviously pretty awkward. If we draw land, I think we're just going to smash them. If we don't, then we don't. Oh, yeah. I am. Yep, I am Snapbolt. Pretty cool. I think more and more people are starting to get to know me. More and more people I run into in the league, so it's pretty cool. Love to see it. Another Nettle. Against Bog, I kind of want to play Young Wolf now, because if they go Land Edict, then they just can't really do that. So I'm just going to attack and play Young Wolf. I'm actually, again, glad I'm playing this deck because the Servalag right now would make other decks pretty tough to play. Good trick with Nettle Sentinel is to always yes and always yield to it, because there's almost no time that you don't want to untap it. And if that would come up, you can just turn off your auto yields by right-clicking the screen and turning off auto yields. But okay, it looks like we might be up against a Groff deck. Black-green. Wouldn't be too surprised. Dusk Legion Zella. I would bet money they have Groff in their deck. All right, land. Land. Nettle. So I can attack with both. They're probably not going to block. I can just Rancor up my Young Wolf right now and then send with both. Or I can send with both and then play Skargan or Nettle. I think send with both, play Skargan is best here. Again, if they block Young Wolf, that's fine. All right, I'm just going to do that. I can maybe play a Rancor next turn if I don't draw land, but I want to keep committing creatures to the board if I can. Also, it's nice to be able to play a creature main 2 to untap my Nettle, which I think is relevant. Yeah, I'd be shocked if they blocked here. All right, let's go Skargan, F6. I think this hand was definitely a keep because we have a lot of lands in our deck that make our draw really powerful. And even if we didn't draw land, we have a bunch of spells we can cast. Wow, Bonders? So I still think they have Groff. I think they're just black-green. They could be some type of like the rock deck, like black-green mid-range without Groff. Maybe I'm just wrong, but this is kind of telling me that they are. Okay, so now we get to quote-unquote go off here. So I'm going to go Burning Tree. I think I am going to play Rancor actually. Because they have 1 mana up. I don't think they can have Defile. Yeah, they could have Snuff Out, but sure. So let's go Rancor up the Young Wolf. And then play a Vault Scourge with the mana. I have to play it now. They could have a Wrath here, which could definitely kill me, but I get to hit for a lot this turn. See, as you can see, when we finally drew a land, we were able to just triple spell there. So imagine if we had drawn a land on turn 2, then we would just like have had so much power in play on turn 2. Burning Tree can be a pretty nutty card. Also, opponent was like, especially if they have like a Crypt Rats plus Black Source or even just a Pestilence, they could be in this game, but it might be a little bit too slow because they're already at 9 and I have a bunch of 2 toughness things, including a Young Wolf. So they really do need land plus Crypt Rats plus Black Source. Packmate. Okay, so it is just the rock, but they still could have Groff, but I'm not sure if they do. When I saw the Dusk Legion Gillette and the black-green, I was just feeling like they were just playing like a value black-green, like Exhume, Groff shell, but now I just think it's more like the rock. Oh, it's just Jund. Jund with Dusk Legion? Interesting. I mean, Jund mana is not great, so mulligan to 4 kind of makes sense. All right. They're at 9, so they can block like 1, 2 power, 3, 5, 6, 7, and get hit for 8 down to 1. Do I commit everything into a potential Wrath? I mean, I guess I just play Burning Tree plus Nettle, right? I think so. If I had a Savage Swipe here, they would just be dead. Yeah, like drawing like just only 2 lands with this deck does feel pretty good. Yeah, just gonna send with everything, put them to 1. They can eat this. They get hit for 5, 6, 7, 8, go to 1, and then if they have Cannonade, okay, they just concede. They weren't dead. 3, 6, 7, 8, but they needed a Wrath. So yeah. I think at least a couple Gleeful Sabotage. I don't know if I want 4, but the ability to kill Bonder's Ornament seems pretty nice. Yeah, and Groff is just not ideal in these black versus these black decks. I think I do kind of need my Savage Swipes. I want my Vines as well. Hunger the Howl Pack is also not great. I could side out like 1 Groff, 1 Hunger. I also don't have any Ledge Walkers, which maybe I should have like 1 or 2 Ledge Walkers for these black matchups. Maybe next time I'll try that. I just didn't want too many 2-drops with playing all these Groffs. Yeah, this seems fine. Again, too many Groffs is rough against like removal decks. It's just weird that they have Dusk Legion Zealot. That doesn't really make sense to me. All right, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna keep this. This hand makes a big thing very fast. Now I need to determine, am I going for turn 2 Groff? Young Wolf? No. Okay. Burning Tree is actually great, right? Because then I can just go, I can go like turn 1, I can even just go Quarian. In turn 2, I can just go Burning Tree Groff, sack Quarian. Hold my Vault Scourge in hand, and then have Hunger, Rancor, Vault Scourge in hand after that. Sign me up. Let's go. They just have a green-red land, so they probably have Bolt. But this is additional cost to sack. So if they don't kill the Ranger now, which I don't think they will, I get to go just Burning Tree into Groff. I'm good. Oh, there's Young Wolf. I know they could have Wraths and stuff, but now it makes me want to just attack and go Burning Tree, Young Wolf, Vault Scourge. And then next turn, attack and then Groff away my Young Wolf. What's better? I think that line is better. Just gonna attack. I should have played land first, but I can't exactly hunger to save my thing right now anyway. So let's go Burning Tree into Young Wolf into Vault Scourge. And yeah, I get wrecked by a Wrath, but so be it. Gotta put enough pressure down to actually do something. Maybe for that reason, just going Burning Tree into Groff, sack Ranger would have been better, because then I have 7 power on board, but I have a 5/4 and a 2/2. But it's just so much value stacking this to Groff. They foretell a Packmate, and that's it? Oh god, they're in trouble here. Burning Tree. I can actually just kind of go off here. I could Rancor, but I can also just Hunger this turn. So look at this line. I can go tap 2 mana, Burning Tree, Groff, sacking Young Wolf, pre-combat. Korean Ranger back a land, play Hunger on Vault Scourge, attack. Do I want to commit this Burning Tree to the board? Maybe not. They're already like pretty much dead. If I just play Groth Rancor, then I don't commit more to a Wrath. They're going to play a... I mean, I can go Groth Hunger this turn just with my Korean. They're going to play... If they play like a... It's tough. It's tough. I think I'm fine just to commit it. Because I'm going to have a 5/4 and a 4/4 flying. So even a Wrath here doesn't necessarily get them out of this. So let's go additional cost, sack this. This is looking pretty sick. And then let's go Korean Ranger, just untap whatever, bounce a forest, replay forest, play Hunger on this. And this is pretty nuts. Because now, even if they have, they said, haha, nice. I mean, that draw was pretty nuts. Even if they have Cannonade here, then I still have 9 power in play plus a Rancor. So they need land, Cannonade, and if they don't have that, then I just kill them. So that was a pretty insane draw. Okay, they're just passing, so they have to have Cannonade, right? So let's think about this. Okay, they're just cannonading now, so they do have it. Okay. So Hunger of the Howl Pack, let's see, 9, 10, 11. So Hunger of the Howl Pack, Vines. Oh, no, Vines doesn't do it because I have to pay 1 mana for this. Another Rancor. Okay. So now I think I just Rancor up Groth because then I can get through their 3/3. They still need a lot to get out of this because I'm still going to have like multiple lethal threats here. This draw was just pretty insane. Groth with a Rancor is a really big dog. Bayou will bring back Stompy. GG's. GG's. We'll see. It's felt pretty good so far. It's a big, big thing. All right, 1-1. Let's go round 3. All right. Welcome to round 3. Let's go first. I mean, sure. I'm just going to try to make a big dog here and then just protect it and make it even bigger. So that's an option. Let's hope our Korean survives. Now just imagine if that was Young Wolf. His hand gets so much better. Oh no. Don't kill it. If they kill it, we have nothing going on. Okay. Just gonna play a Groth. Don't do it. Don't kill Ranger. Nice. I'm gonna attack. I don't think they're gonna kill this. Humph. 2 mana 5/4, discard a card. Even worse than that because I had to pay for this. Okay, looting. Okay. Is this Boros? Any thrilling discoveries over there? See what they discard. Prismatic Strands plus Hawk. So they probably have another Hawk. But they might not have a white source. Alright, alright. Let's just attack for 5. Just leave some vines up here. I could attack for 9, but I think I can do that next turn. Could also just Hunger, give it +1/+1, but I don't think I need to. Okay, there's Plains. If they just go for a Journey, then I can just Vine's my thing. Seeker of the Way. Okay, well I have Savage Swipe, so I should be fine. Okay, resolves. Now I can go Savage Swipe into Hunger, which is pretty sick. Just gonna go door to door with this dog. Let's go land, Savage Swipe, fight here. And I can always just kick to Vines here also if I want. Although I don't really want to because I want to be able to Hunger. So they're gonna bolt my Groff. Then I just okay. So now I just need to go. Now I just need to go Vines. So what I can do, I have a couple options. Let's see. So my thing does not get +2/+2. So if I go Vines kicked, I have a 9 power thing. I can't Hunger right now. I can go Vines not kicked and then play a Hunger for a permanent +3/+3 and then still have 1 Vines. Then I hit for 8. I kind of like that line because then I still get to leave up Vines. But if I go Vine, wait, let's see. Did I just miscalculate this? If I go Vines kicked, I have 9. And then if I cast Hunger, yeah. I guess what I could have done is I could have just, couldn't I have just attacked with Groff and then given it, oh no, if I just gave it +8/+8 with double Vines, then it's only 13. I think I like the single Vines play plus Hunger right now while I can get the 3 counters out of it. Because I won't be able to get the 3 counters out of Hunger later, I don't think. So let's just do this. Let's just Vines, counter their Bolt. They also get Lifelink here, for what that's worth. Again, maybe I should just save Hunger, but... Oh yeah, they have... I forgot they had Strands. Did I just fuck up? I think so. Because now now their Seeker doesn't even die. That was a pretty impressive turn from them, actually. Oh. That was bad. That was a huge punt. Alright. Let's just concede shame. Shame concede, I mean, that was pretty embarrassing. So, if I had just gone Savage Swipe, they go Bolt, I go Vines kicked, and then they go Strands, then my Groff is still alive at least. That was bad. That was pretty bad. So it's just Boros Bully. Sorry for the misplay there, but I mean, I didn't love my position anyway, but for some reason I just completely blanked on Strands countering my Savage Swipe. I don't know what I was thinking. So it happens. I guess I do want Longbow here. They have Battle Screech plus Hawk, so this kills a lot actually. Don't think I want Gut Shot though, or River Boa necessarily. So what do I not want? I think I want all my Groffs. I could just board out like a Korean Ranger and a Vines, or I mean, they probably have a couple Journey to Nowheres. I could also just bring in 1 Gleeful Sabotage, because if they have like a couple Journey to Nowheres and they play multiples, or even if they play 1, it can be decent. I'm just not sure. Again, I'm not that experienced with the deck, so I'm not exactly sure how I should be playing. Let's just do this. Take out Vines, take out Korean, bring in 2 Bows. Well, definitely not going to mulligan this hand. That was definitely inexperience with the deck and just a huge punt. I just wasn't thinking about Strands, so sorry for that. Add another punt count on the league. All right, let's just lead on the only play we can do. And then on turn 2, I guess I'm just going Burning Tree, Rancor, attack for 4. And then I just have to play spells main 1. But, I mean, that's a lot of power. There's a Korean Ranger. I still think just sticking to the plan is good. So let's go. Always yes, always yield. Maybe I just have 2 good draws here and I'm just bailed out from my punt in game 1. Please. I guess I can also just play Nest Invader. Is that better than Rancor? If I do that, I get, then this turn I hit for 2. The next turn I'll hit for an additional 2. I think because I did this now, I'm just gonna Rancor and hit for 4 this turn. And especially I know I can resolve this Rancor right now. They can't break it up with like a lightning bolt or something. So I think this line is actually better. Maybe I should have gone attack, Burning Tree, Nest Invader. But I think this line is actually better. Next turn I can go like Korean main 1 and then activate it and then main 2 Nest Invader. Oh, there's a Groff. Groff is a big boy. All right, let's go play Korean. Let's just go to combat now. Hit with everything. Now I think I'm just playing Groff. Sacking a Korean Ranger. Let's go untap this. I guess that's going to untap anyway. Let's just untap this. And again, now I have the choice of play Groff or play Nest Invader. And I think it's a pretty easy Groff here, actually, because they could easily have a Cannonade. So I might as well just play my Groff now. Groff is seeming, honestly, pretty insane. It just helps play around, like, Cannonade and stuff because it has 4 toughness. And we haven't even had a turn 1 Young Wolf into Groff yet. So they did have Cannonade. But now I just still get to hit for 7 with my Rancor. Or I get to hit for 5 and play a Nest Invader. I was going to say, land wouldn't even be too bad. Now they need, like, Journey to Nowhere, basically, or O-Ring. And then even then, they're going to have a removal spell for this as well. And I even have the Eldrazi spawn. So, might be able to get there this game. With a double Burning Tree draw. Groff plus Rancor is just sick, too. Okay, they have Strands plus a white creature. I guess Eldrazi spawn with Rancor on it is pretty sick against that. So they're going to have to discard Strands. No, they discard Rally the Peasants. Okay. Another Faithless Looting. I was going to say, yeah, so now they could find Strands to discard, plus play a 3-bin, or even go land Seeker. But this feels pretty good. Our position, at least. Okay, they do discard Strands, and they go to land Seeker, maybe. Okay. But the good news is I can just attack with only Groff, and they have to just flashback Strands. Oh, there's another Groff. Okay, so I just attack with Groff. And then I'm just going to play another Groff. Good boy. So they flashback strands. I guess they block, then flashback strands go to 5. But again, then I get to play this. I'm going to just sack my spawn, even though it can get through future strands. I'm still going to do that. They can flashback a rally and then hit for a big lifelink attack. But my board's going to be pretty massive. They have 2 cards left. I mean, this game is not over. This deck is sick. Okay, the damage gets prevented. They go to 5, and then let's play another unit. That punt game 1 was something else. You can shame me in the comments for that if you want. Kind of want to just jam another league of this deck because this deck is pretty fun, and I don't want to try to play another deck with like a bunch of clicks into lag. So, all right, they might have cast Prismatic Strands plus another removal spell from hand. I think I'm just supposed to attack with both my Groffs. If they have like Strands plus Bolt kill this Groff, I'm obviously going to be in really bad shape. But, I mean, what else? What am I going to do? Just like not attack with one of my dogs? I think I'm supposed to just send and hope they don't have second Strands. I mean, they didn't even discard Strands on the first looting, so they could easily not have second Strands. Blocking the Trampler, and then they're playing Strands? They're bolting that. All right, so I mean, again, if they have bolt plus Strands, it's literal worst case scenario for me. I kind of want to go back and see game 1 and see what I should have done. Oh, they're casting Rally. Okay, I mean, this is actually fine. They gain a bunch of life. But now I just still have a Rancored up Groff on the board. First, there are 2 cards. They're at 3. Yeah, they could have a Journey or something, but now every creature I draw can also be a threat with this Longbow, even if I am not able to attack. But man, those Seeker of the Ways have been brutal. Looting, sure. If they actually had Thrilling Discovery, that new card from Strixhaven here, it would be actually pretty bad because the gain 2 could be relevant, and then they actually end up even on cards. But okay, we got them. The dogs got there. So we just brought in double Longbow that they now know about. And we boarded out 1 Quirion, 1 Vines. Yeah, I think this is fine. Let's just hope to get there. We haven't had any of like the classic like turn 1 Young Wolf, turn 2 Groff, turn 1 Garden, turn 2 Groff. Last round we did have a pretty insane draw. Okay, well, keeping this hand, that's for sure. See if they keep 7 or if they're on the mole. They're in the tank. I'm in the snap keep. Yeah, one thing that's nice about this deck is that it really doesn't take that long. Hopefully I'm gifted this match, even with the punt in game 1. So I'm trying to remember the exact board state. I had I had Groff. They had Seeker of the Way. Did they have 1 mana available or 2? And they had Strands in the Yard. So I went Savage Swipe. I think what I was supposed to do is just play a Vines, go for Savage Swipe, make them use Strands, and then play a Vines Kicked, and then just leave up the other Vines and just ignore the Hunger for that for now there. But I didn't do that, obviously. All right. So now I have the choice. I don't think I'm going to be turn 2 Groffing with this hand because I want to sack the Eldrazi spawn anyway. So I think I'm going to lead Nettle. They probably have a Bolt here. And I'd rather this get bolted. I actually want the Corian to make 3 mana on turn 3. Yeah, so hopefully I'm able to find a window to resolve some of these Rancors. I've learned from playing against Sacred Devil, who's the mono green master, is to be patient with this deck and try to find windows of with your Rancor that you can where you know you can resolve them. I can actually just go turn 2 Nest Invader here. Okay, well now we go Burning Tree into Nest Invader. The Seeker of the Way is definitely going to be a problem, though. Okay. They have 4 cards left. So I have some options, but likely I'm just going to go Corian into Groff next turn. I cannot double block because I get blown out by another Lightning Bolt. I'm just going to take. Yeah, then they don't play a spell. Nice. They're going to play like another Seeker. Oh, Hawk. That is fine. I do have a window to get these Rancors down as well. Like, it wouldn't be too bad to just go play Quirion Ranger, Rancor. Oh, Savage Swipe? Okay, well, I have to Savage Swipe this turn because I need to get this Seeker off the table. So that being said, I'm going to go Quirion, Savage Swipe, use the Quirion ability, replay land, play Rancor, attack. Okay, so play Quirion, play Savage Swipe here. Savage Swipe is just so good. Then let's just untap whatever, bounce a land, replay land, play Rancor here, and then hit for 8 still, and get the Seeker off the table. And now we still have a Groff that we can play sacking this Eldrazi spawn, and we can play a Rancor next turn if we want to. Hopefully they just play 2 Hawks here, and then they just like are dead pretty much. Oh, Battle Screech plus Flashback Screech. That is beatable. That's definitely beatable. So I get to just go Rancor up this Burning Tree. Because I just get to go land. I guess I can attack with Ranger as well. Let's Rancor this. They'll probably just double block one of the creatures. If I attack with Quirion, are they going to block it? I think if they do, that's fine, because then they're not killing either of these. So let's just attack with all these and then just play a Groff. So they are going to block there, and then just take 8, go to 4. Sure. I don't have a Rancor to slap on this Groff, but I do have 8 power trample still, plus Groff. Yeah, Groff is looking good. I mean, this game is definitely not over, but we know their hand is triple Hawk or double Hawk, and maybe triple if they already had one in hand. So this is not that scary. I think I'm just attacking with everything. Oblivion Ring. Yeah, just get my Groff out of there. Then they have to block with 4 creatures, trading off everything. So if I just draw a creature here, I'm in a pretty good position. Oh no, they have to block with 5 creatures here to survive. Draw land. It's brutally bad. because we know they have another hawk in hand. And if I attack with everything, then I'm just left with only land, just nothing, just 2 Rancors in hand. See, they're at 4, and I have 8 power trample. So yeah, they have to block with 5 power. If I attack with one thing, I get to replay a Rancor, but then they can just play a removal spell. I just need to attack with both, and then hope to draw a creature next turn. So they have to block with all 5 things. Damn, if I had just drawn a creature there, I could go play creature, replay 1 or 2 Rancors on it. Now I'm in trouble. Sacking the Eldrazi spawn actually really hurt me here. Alright, they go to 1. I get these back. Do I play land? Sure. I'm not really sure if I'm supposed to. They're at 1. They have another hawk, maybe 2 more hawks in hand. I don't want to see Seeker of the Way. I mean, Lightning Bolt is also bad for me, but at least I have 2 Rancors. They play Ash Barrens. And they play Battle Screech, Flashback Screech. Okay. I still do have double Rancor here, so they need another removal spell. They're going to flash back. They have 1 card left in hand. No. That is brutal. Right now I can just hardcast any Groff that I draw. They go to 2, sure. They're going to attack with everything, I assume. There's the last hawk. And 0 cards. Okay. This game's still winnable for me. I just need to not draw a land or a pump spell or something on this next turn. Any creature. Yeah, this lag is pretty insane. Okay, nice. Now they have to top deck here. So 2 bad draws and then a good draw. If I had drawn Groff earlier, I couldn't have cast it anyway. So if they just drew land, I think they're dead, right? They have 6 toughness of blockers, and I'm gonna have 9 power trample. The fact that they're in the tank is good for me. They play a Crag, they're dead. Nice. I can hit for Xaxes. Just Rancor, Rancor. They have 6 toughness. I have 9 power. I hit for 3 damage to their face. And another land. Whew. Groff getting the job done. 5-4. Good boy. Nice. Not punished for my punt in game 1. Love it. I don't know why they're doing this. Unless I'm that bad at math. Nope. Whew. GG's. That was super close. See what we're going to draw. Skargan into Longbow. Nice. All right, 2-1. Fun league so far. Let's go round 4. All right, welcome back to round 4. We're against Chekhov. And gonna keep this hand. Where's our Young Wolves at? We keep drawing Doggo, but not Young Wolf. Keep. We have a Quarian, so we can actually make 2 mana. Oh, is this the dog mirror? I think it is. Vines. All right, I think I want to just go turn 1 Quarian and then turn 2, make 2 mana, Burning Tree, Dog, Sacking Ranger. And just hope they don't have a Savage Swipe here that they're going to use on a Quarian Ranger. So, let's just play it out. Let's go. No Savage Swipe one time. I mean, if this is Elves, I think that's better for me. No! Land off the top. And they have another land too. All right, let's just play Young Wolf because if I do draw land, having the Young Wolf down is huge. I needed that Quarian to survive. I know I could have played something else and then turn 2, maybe played 2 1-drops, but I didn't really have 2 good 1-drops to play anyway. So, another Savage Swipe on my Young Wolf? No, Vault Scourge. Okay, that does not untap their Nettle. I'm going to go Rancor. Savage Swipe is obviously a house in this matchup. They just pass? Okay. I think I'm not even going to try to attack and offer the trade. I'm just going to go Burning Tree into Groff here. And then just make this a 2-2 guaranteed. Because I don't want them to trade. I just want to upgrade my Young Wolf. Go. Imagine if you had this draw on even just one Burning Tree, but you had this on turn 2. Turn 1 Young Wolf, attack. Turn 2, Burning Tree, Groff, sack Young Wolf, then pass on turn 2 with 9 power in play. And that's like if you only have one Burning Tree. Imagine multiple Burning Trees. So the dream would be Young Wolf into quad Burning Tree and plus Groff. Do they just not have a green spell they want to play? Do they just have like vines or something? Or just lands? All right, now we're looking great. I don't think there's much they can do to stop like a Rancor here. I think I just Rancor up a Groff. Just send. I could just commit a Nettle. Then they can trade for like a Groff if they have a Savage Swipe like here, but then it's still just like a 2-for-1, essentially. I think I'm supposed to just Nettle Sentinel here and just put more pressure down. I know I can leave up Hunger, which could be a blowout, or Vines, but I think I also am likely to win if they're just not doing anything this whole time and I just commit more to the board. So wow, this game just turned around. It felt like I had no chance to like a huge board presence. I mean, I could still lose. Vines kicked targeting Vault Scourge. Okay. Another land. That's too many lands from the opponent for them. So they can go up to 13, but I have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 power right now, not counting these 2 spells. So I think, oh, they're attacking with both? Are they just going to play another Vines here? I guess I'm just not going to block. What's the worst they could do? Another Vines right here. Let's see, let's just calculate this because this matchup is a lot about math, which kind of sucks. So 9, 10, 11, and then they'd be hitting for 9 lifelink, going up to 17, and then I can hit for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17. So I'm just going to take, I think, even if they cast Vines Kicked on Vault Scourge, I still have lethal with a Vines Kicked here. And they don't even have that. Okay. All right, they do get to untap their Nettle here. Okay. Burning Tree Emissary. That's interesting. I feel like I just want to go attack with all and see how they block. Yeah. I'm at 8. If they don't make a bunch of blocks, I can kill them. I also, I mean, I have a 7-4 trample here. Groff seems pretty nice in the mirror. I mean, I know it can die to a Savage Swipe, but it seems great. 7, 8, 9, 13 damage. I think I'm just going for lethal here. I'm not sure what they can have. They have one card in hand and they have an Eldrazi spawn. They can play like a Hunger of the Howl Pack. But I don't think there's any spells that Stompy generally plays that can. Oh, I guess they can Vines my Groff. But then they still have nothing left. Then they're just still left with only Vault Scourge. So if they have Vines, they need to cast Vines, not kicked, targeting Groff. Then we go trade, and then they just take 7, 8, 9. Looks like they have it. Okay. But then they still have to use their Vines here. So again, now their board is just going to be 5 lands, Vault Scourge, Eldrazi Spawn versus my 2 land, 7/4 Groff, Trample, Burning Tree, and I still have good cards in hand. So I like my line still. I mean, if they didn't have Vines, I win. And now I think I'm still very likely to be able to win. Groff is just too big. Such a unit. I actually do like the name Bayou Groff as well, just because, Bayou is the black-green land, and it's kind of like a swamp forest, and this is like a swamp forest dog. I mean, it's like a perfect name, obviously. Just kind of like the throwback to Bayou, but yeah, pretty sweet. Nice. Okay, now, I mean, I've played the mirror once or twice before with the old version, but I'm really not sure what to do. Like, is Longbow good? Is Gutshot good? I feel like likely they're not on the Groff version. Maybe I'm underestimating how hard it is to actually get cards, and people generally aren't going to have them till tomorrow at the earliest. So my targets for Gutshot are like Vault Scourge, Quirion Ranger. And that's like it. I mean, Riverbow is not bad just because it regenerates. I mean, Vines isn't that great. I guess it can stop a Savage Swipe. But I kind of want to just like play a bunch of creatures out. Hunger, I think, is great. Gutshot can range from like fantastic, killing a Vault Scourge in response to a Rancor, to doing nothing. Definitely don't want Gleeful Sabotage. I know people like always tell me to bring in like naturalized effects against Vault Scourge or Rancor, but that is just not good. This card is interesting, but I just think it's too slow for the matchup. Also interesting is Weather the Storm. I mean, River Boa with a Rancor on it, or making it big with a Hunger, is pretty good, right? And just outvaluing like Savage Swipes by having more creatures seems better than having Vines to me. I'm not really sure, but Riverboa does seem good to me. Just it allows you to like crush the late game essentially, and if you're ever able to like Hunger the Howl Pack or even just to Rancor it, it's like a massive, massive threat. All right, I mean I'll keep this. It's not insane, but I don't think I'm supposed to mulligan this hand. Quirion Ranger. Definitely not leading Colony Garden. Just slam Nettle. Turn 2, I'll probably just attack, play Nest Invader, assuming nothing crazy happens. I'm interested to see if they have Groff. I think in the next week or two, a bunch of people are going to be playing Groff. I mean, it has seemed great this league, and I think a lot of people want to play it. It's just like an obviously good card from Strixhaven that I think people want to test out. So get ready for Groffs. I think playing like a black removal deck is actually a good place to be. Oh, it looks like they're on 1 land, which is actually kind of scary for me, because if they just go like Burning Tree, another threat, and they only have 1 land. Okay, well, they're just nettling, but yeah. anything that matches up well against Groff, like mono black control, I think is going to be reasonably positioned. Okay, well, this is brutal. Now I have the option, do I play Nettle Sentinel, Garden, or do I play Nest Invader? They're both pretty similar, to be honest. Okay, I have Savage Swipe now. So now I have an interesting line, actually, because I could go Nettle, Savage Swipe your Corian, because then that keeps them only on 1 mana. I can also go Nettle, Savage Swipe your Nettle. I think I want to kill the Corian and hope they don't draw land and they just can't really deploy threats that well. So I'm going to do it. Go Nettle, just kill Corian Ranger. Just try to keep them off lands. It does suck to just play a Savage Swipe right now when I don't get to attack, but I think just taking them down, like, yeah, if they draw a land here, it sucks, but if they don't, and they just have like 2 drops in hand, I was worried about this, but now I get hit for 4, and then I just start playing Nest Invaders out, and now if they don't have another land, they just don't get to commit any more threats, and then maybe I just draw into some River Boas or something. Rancor. I don't think there's any need to play Garden here, so I think I'm just going to play Nest Invader and Rancor it up right now. It's also good against the 3rd Savage Swipe from the opponent. I could also just play another Nest Invader out here, but I don't think I want to sack my spawn. I'd rather keep it around. It's actually good to have like in conjunction with Rancor, because if they are like killing my thing, I can just Rancor up my spawn and make it another threat. Right, another Corian Ranger is interesting from the opponent. All right. So yeah, even if they go activate Corian here, it's not that bad. No attack? Oh, hunger? Hunger is insane, right? So what can they have for 1 mana here? I mean, they could have their own hunger at the Howl Pack, which is interesting. Because if I just go Nettle Sentinel attack, they're gonna block here. And then if I play Hunger, if I sack spawn, play Hunger, they're gonna play Hunger here. And then I just trade off here, hit for 2, and then I just get to go. Maybe I should. If I play Nest Invader sacking spawn, it also kind of looks like I have binds, which is something. Maybe I just don't go for Hunger right now. That's an option that I think I actually like. So I think I'm just going to attack and then not go for Hunger, because they could easily have vines or their own Hunger right here. And if they just Hunger up a Corian Ranger, I can probably beat that. If they just trade here and then they want to just have us both Hunger, I think that's okay for me. It's kind of similar anyway. So let's go play Garden. I'm also pretty close to just hard casting Groffs here. Let's go play Nest Invader. So I think I just Hunger my Nest Invader here. Yeah, they could have vines. Okay, they're going Hunger. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to just Hunger now as well. Make a 5/5. Okay. Now I just have to basically not get blown out by like a vines or something. Because if I'm able to just keep rancoring up all my stuff, it should be decent. I know they have a 4/4, but I mean, I have a 5/5 right now. They draw land and they have 3 cards in hand to my 1, and they know my card is a Rancor. But I kind of did read them correctly. I figured they had this. Okay, they Rancor, they make a 6/4. But I would snap block here. They have 2 cards left. Another Rancor. Alright, well, let's just go. They could have vines on my Nest Invader. That would be okay. Then I just trade Rancor for vines. So I just go double Rancor attack for 9. I guess another line could have been just slap 2 Rancors on a plant, attack with both, then I have 2 threats. But I think I like making the 9/5 better. I'm not entirely sure because now they can go attack and untap their own Quarian Ranger. But then I just get to go attack and they have to deal with this. And then I get to just suit up a plant or something. Okay, they have another Rancor too. This is an interesting game. Almost assuredly, they are going to have to untap this and block with it. I think I just take this turn. I can like triple block it with my O1s next turn potentially. Yeah, so they get to untap Quarian, which is pretty good for them. No 2-drop, please. I feel like they are going to play one. They have to block though, so that's good for me. Another Rancor. Or do I Rancor up like just a plant here because they have to block this already? So what else could they have? They could have vines in hand. If they vines this, block here, it still trades. If they have hunger in hand, that doesn't do much. If they have, I'm not even sure. I'm just gonna Rancor here, attack with both. Drawing 3 Rancors is obviously pretty good in this matchup too. So they have to block my Nest Invader, and then I get to just move my Rancors around. Not sure how I'm going to set them up yet. I might just slap triple Rancor on a plant, and then just keep triple Rancoring up each creature. Ram through? Well, that's worst case scenario. Was not expecting that. Now I lose. I guess I couldn't have played around it. If I originally had played both the Rancors on plant, could that have done anything? Maybe. Now they just get to eat plant. That was... they took it? Why'd they take? I mean, I'm dead. That ram through was insane. Jeez. Was not expecting ram through. Okay, but now we know about it. So it seems so situational. All right. Do I want any vines back in to deal with like ram through? Kind of. Just counters ram through. Counters savage swipe. Let's just go 2. We'll go 2 River Boa. And I'll cut a savage swipe. Just kidding. Not cutting savage swipe. Could cut a land. It's kind of greedy, but I don't hate it. Could cut a Scargan actually. Maybe I should just be cutting more Scargans. because they're kind of hard to activate. Let's just try it like this. This looks fine. Try a couple vines here. Let's go game 3. All right, game 3 in the mirror. We got the dogs. Can we go Young Wolf into dog, please? So close. Keep the sand. Sand is actually pretty great, especially on the play. Opponent's on the mulligan. This deck does have to mulligan a fair amount. They're on 5. Ugh. That's rough for them. Guess I can just pull this down. You can still win on 5 in this matchup, that's for sure. Where's my Groffs at? Can I draw a Groff next turn? That'd be so sick. Alright, I think I'm gonna kill that. Especially with them being on less cards. I mean, I could just go Burning Tree into Rancor attack. But then, especially if they're on one land, it's just so good to kill that. Alright, I'm going to wait on the Savage Swipe. I don't know if this is correct or not, but I'm going to go Burning Tree into Rancor attack. Because if I'm able to Savage Swipe next turn on this, then I get to attack for more damage with my +2/+2. I know it's kind of greedy, but they'd have to go like 1 mana 2/2 like a Nettle Sentinel plus Savage Swipe to really do something bad to me here. And if they don't play much, then I can just keep attacking with my board. They play Forest. They have 4 cards in hand. Okay, there's Nettle into Savage Swipe probably, but Nettle into Rancor. Okay. Sure. Okay, so I have some interesting options here. I think I have a pretty good line lined up, and that is Savage Swipe, Burning Tree, fight Quarian Ranger, kill it, and then Hunger the Howl Pack. My Burning Tree, I guess. I don't really want to put counters on my Young Wolf because I want it to be able to undie. Alternatively, I can go land, Savage Swipe, Young Wolf, fight Nettle Sentinel. They just trade. Young Wolf undies. And then I go get my Rancor back, and then I go Rancor, Burning Tree, Hunger, Burning Tree, attack. That seems better to me. I like it. Savage Swipe this, fight this. Because I get to upgrade my Young Wolf, trigger Morbid, make this big, and put a Rancor on it, and then just send huge. So all these Rancor triggers happen. They get a Rancor back in their hand too. But then I just get to go Hunger of the Howl Pack here, Rancor here, attack for 7. I think this is better than fighting the Quarian Ranger. I'm not sure, but I get to upgrade my Young Wolf. It's close. If I'd gone Savage Swipe, Burning Tree, fight Quarian Ranger, I have a 4/4 Burning Tree with 1 damage on it. And then I go Hunger my Burning Tree Emissary, and it becomes a 7/7 for that turn. Elephant Guide, make a 4/4. Okay, they have a Rancor in hand as well. Oh, they're attacking because they can just untap it. Okay. They're at 10. Nest Invader. So I just attack with Burning Tree. Because they can just untap and eat Young Wolf, so I can't attack. I think I'm not going to play Forest here. I just want them to be scared of like a Vines or something and take a suboptimal line, potentially. All right, they're at 3. I have a 7/5 trample, and they concede. Nice. Got the mirror there. Advanced to 3-1. We didn't even utilize. I mean, I guess we did utilize Groff in game one. But yeah, 3-1. Nice. Dog Stompy. Let's go. Round 5. I'll see you there. All right. Welcome to round 5 here. Even through some misplays, some punts, we're 3-1 in this league. In round 5 here, we're on the play. And the big dog has felt solid, honestly. It's felt great. Yeah, I'm going to keep this hand. This hand's not great, honestly. If we draw a land, it gets fine, but I'm just going to lead Nettle here. And then if they play a creature, I can just Savage Swipe it, hit for 4. If I draw a land, I can double spell next turn. Ah, it's burn. All right, Vines. Okay, I almost just misplayed. Let's try to play a little bit tighter. Attack, play Young Wolf. Just always yes and always yield to that. I think this is a decent matchup for us. We also have triple Weather the Storm in the sideboard. Also, Groff is just seems pretty insane. Most of their removal spells do not kill it. Oh, please just play Thermal Alchemist here. Then I just get to go Savage Swipe, kill it. Curse of the Pierced Heart. Okay, not ideal. So as embarrassing as this is, I can't play Savage Swipe right now because they don't have any target. So I just can't even give my thing +2/+2. Okay. But I can leave up Vines, which is not very good, but still have 3 power on board, so that's reasonable. Ideally, they just try to like lightning bolt my Nettle or something on their turn, and then I just get to go Vines, save it. And then I also get to untap my Nettle that way. Another curse. Okay. I mean, they might just be able to race me because my draw is not that fast. Alright, I'm just going to untap here. I really wanted them to play any creature because then my Savage Swipe just is like turned on basically. It's so good for me. Rancor. I mean, Rancor is more damage than Nest Invader. It's just basically 2 power with haste. Nest Invader can make a spawn, which can turn on Morbid. Why don't I just Rancor up my Young Wolf here? I get to leave up Vines as well, which is actually pretty reasonable. It's actually pretty good to be able to do that. Because if they say, oh god, now he has 5 power, I need to kill one of their creatures, and they try to, and I just have Vines, it's actually not bad for me. Yeah, Groff just seems like it's like a house in this matchup. Like a turn 2 Groff feels like it's going to be pretty hard for them to beat. I could still lose this game for sure, though, because if they just go Bolt me, untap, they have 3 mana, and then the curses are going to deal me 2 damage as well, and I only have a turn 2 or 2 turn clock here. So probably going down in this game is my guess. Again, because they didn't have a creature. If they play a creature, I think I'm in a decent spot. They have 3 cards left. Fire Blast me? Okay. Skewer me and another skewer for lethal. Okay. Maybe that draw was not a keep. I've seen even 4 weather. I don't think I want any number of lethal sabotage for curse. Doesn't seem good. Alright, what is not good? Vault Scourge I have to take damage to play, but it literally has lifelink, so I think I want it. Vines seems okay. Savage Swipe seems good because I need to kill Thermal Alchemist a lot of times. I mean, the whole it sucks like because if I draw Young Wolf without Groth, it's not great, but I want to have the Young Wolves for Groth specifically. I could board out a couple Nest Invaders because they're kind of clunky. They cost 2 mana. And then I could board out like either a Hunger, a Quarian, a Skargan. Maybe Skargan. I'll try this. I'm not 100%, but Nest Invader feels like it's good, like it's fine, but it just feels clunky. Alright, I mean, I'm keeping this. I have 2 Weather the Storm, so if I ever draw a land, I should be in a pretty reasonable spot. And even without land, I'm likely to be able to play turn 1 2/2 into turn 2 2/2. Okay, just gonna attack. If they try to bolt this, I might just Vines, as weird as that is. Skargan. Yeah, so I think a land at any point is just going to be great for me. I want them to try to like go face with burn spells here. They're just ignoring my stuff. That's fine too. If they just Thermal Alchemist at Keldon Marauders. Okay. That will hold off my team for a turn. Or maybe 2 turns, which is not good. Okay, Quarian Ranger. Obviously playing it. I think I'm just leaving up Vines rather than playing Rancor. I guess I can just play Rancor on Skargan and attack. So I guess I should do that. Because of the ability, creatures with power less than Skargan Pit Skull's power can't block it. They aren't able to block here, and then I just get in for 4. I'm just going to take a hit off this if they attack. I could have left up Vines to protect Quarian, so I can like kind of quote-unquote guaranteed weather next turn, but I can only main phase weather anyway right now, so I don't love it. I think I'd rather just get in for 4 this turn and then threaten to get in for more next turn again. They're attacking, okay. They have 6 cards in hand, but I'm at 16. This is going to ping for 1. The good news is, if they don't kill Quarian, I can go Burning Tree into Weather next turn, which should buy me enough time. Searing Blaze the Skargan. Okay, that's fine. Land. I guess I don't even necessarily need land anyway. Hunger of the Hollow Pack. I guess I just attack with both right now and then go Burning Tree into Weather. I know they could kill Quarian mid-combat and I don't get to do anything really, but I think it's worth it. I don't think they're going to do that. Like, why would they wait? They could have just done it on their turn. And this way I get to untap my Nettle this turn rather than not. So let's untap this, bounce this, play land, play Burning Tree, play Weather the Storm. I want to at least make sure to play Weather the Storm now while I can get it off. I know I only gained 6, which isn't like perfect, but still gained 6. So I go back up to 19 and then down to 18 when this dies. This is just like such an interesting sideboard card. I guess it's just really good against non... I don't even know exactly when you want it, but I'm sure there's a reason for it. I don't think I've ever played a League of Burn. I need to do that. I need to play a League of Burn, and as much as it pains me to say it, I need to play a League of the Mono White Menace, Mono White Heroic. I need to play some Leagues of Boggles. They just bolt me. Okay. So they countered 1/2 of Weather the Storm. And I have another Weather the Storm next turn. But I only have it for 1 right now. I can only play it for game 3, which might be fine. Okay, Rift Bolt. And another Keldon Marauders. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. Savage Swipe. Okay, that is actually really good, right? Because I can just go Savage Swipe plus Hunger of the Hell Pack and just hit for 1,000,000 damage here, and I'm still at 14. So let's go Savage Swipe. I think I want to put the Hunger triggers on my Burning Tree Emissary, so let's go fight here. And then I have to just Corian right now. So I'm at 13. They have 3 cards in hand. Most likely I can't die. So if they draw Bolt and have triple Bolt Fire Blast, I guess that's lethal, but I'm not going to play around that. So and then I'll just go Hunger on my Burning Tree. Then 5, I hit for 10, so hit them down to 1. Okay. Oh, they have Rift Bolt. I forgot. So I could die here. Maybe I don't think I misplayed, because even if I just went Weather the Storm, I only gain 3, counter the Rift Bolt. But then they still have a Keldon Marauders in play. So they're killing Burning Tree Emissary. Okay. That's great for me. Because they're at 1. There's no way they can't kill all my stuff. Yeah. They just had to go for this and hope they like I don't even know, like bolt this, bolt this, bolt this to survive. But then they're in a bad spot, obviously, because I'm at 13, they're at 1. Okay, nice. So let's just draw some weathers in game 3 and have a functional draw, shall we? Get the 4-1 here. Skargan does seem pretty bad. Should I side out another one and bring like a Nest Invader back in? Skargan still costs 1. Could bring in 1 Gleeful Sabotage. Let's just run it. Curse isn't even that insane. If I have like a pretty quick draw, Curse just like isn't that fast anyway. Okay, I mean I'm keeping. This is a turn 2 Groff because I have Colony Gardens. So this is a turn 1 Gardens, turn 2 Groff. Turn 1 Lava Spike. Okay, it's not a Lava Runner. I like to see that. Let's go Garden, go. And I am going to slam Groff. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to fire off these Hungers yet, but maybe if they play a creature, I can go like Savage Swipe on turn 3, Hunger, Hunger, and then just like crush them. But I could just die also on like turn 4 or something. Yeah. Just going to play a 5/4 here. Go. So honestly, if they play a creature here, they get wrecked. Like if they play a Thermal Alchemist or a Lava Runner, oh, Chain Lightning me? Am I just dead? Jeez. Their draw is pretty nuts. I need to draw Weather the Storm now. So I feel like I'm going to die next turn. Fire Blast Groff right now would be insane. Bringing them down to 0 land. There it is. There it is. So, I mean, I don't think there's any reason to not play it safe and just go Rancor Weather right now. I don't need to like hope they play 2 spells and then I weather and gain 9. I think if I just go Rancor into weather, I'm likely to win this game. So I'm going to do that. This draw was insane. Turn 1 Garden, turn 2 Groff, turn 3 Rancor plus weather. Now they probably have to try to point 2 burn spells at my Groff. Which, yeah, that'd be bad for me, but then I'm still at a high life total. Oh, Searing Blaze plus Volt. Ugh. That's not what I wanted to see. Alright, I'm kind of in trouble. Creature. Any creature. Weather the storm, let's go. Now I think I'm still in a pretty good spot. I mean, drawing 2 Weather the Storm is obviously insane. Alright, Keldon Marauders. I don't even think I want to weather right now. I could weather game 6. It frees up mana for next turn. They have 2 cards in hand. Am I really going to get more than that? Because next turn if I draw, yeah, I'm just like feel like I'm not really going to get more than that for a long time. And if I draw a creature, I might want to go like creature, savage, swipe, hunger, hunger or something. And I'm not going to have enough to weather after that, all that anyway. Korean Ranger. Korean Ranger. I feel like they can have a burn spell right now. Because I was thinking about going hunger and then savage swipe right now. But then any burn spell just completely wrecks me. I'm at 17 still, so I think I'm just going to wait. Not play this Rancor. They're not F6ing, so I don't want to just play into that. Just going to take the damage off this. They're going to attack first. They know about Rancor, because I had it on my Groff. It's crazy that this game is still not over. They have 3 cards in hand. I'm at 14, essentially 13. Chain Lightning me. Okay. I'm at 11. Can they still kill me just through double Weather the Storm and having to kill my Groff? Their draw is nuts. Wait, what I can do is actually I can go for hunger when this dies naturally. Because then I have another hunger to protect from a bolt. Alright, that's the line. So I'm just gonna attack for 1. And then on their upkeep, I'm gonna hunger my thing when this dies. Yeah. When that dies on upkeep, so they won't have another card. So unless they have 2 bolts, they break up my combo. But then even if they have 2 bolts, they have to use both on Korean here. So I think I'm in a good position now. Yeah, just playing around 1 bolt here. Can't play around double bolt, but then even then, if they have 2 lightning bolts exactly in hand or something to break this up, it's fine. And I guess I could die to bolt, fire blast here, but their draw has been insane. My draw has been insane too. This has been a great match. Yeah, so they're gonna go for Searing Blaze. Okay, let's just go for another hunger here. It's so frustrating, like playing against Stompy when they do something like this. You're just like, are you serious? Second hunger. But now I'm safe to not die to anything because they have 2 cards. Nothing deals 9 for 2 cards. And I have a 7/7. Another Keldon Marauders. Okay, well I can Savage Swipe that. They have 0 cards left. Okay. So don't know if they have any outs at this point. I'll be at 7 and I'll have a massive creature. I just go Savage Swipe here to be safe, and then I Rancor and hit. I don't think they have outs. I don't know. Maybe there's something in their deck that I'm not thinking of. Just untap it. Pass F6 their turn. Nice. Yeah, got the 4-1 with Stompy. I think the dog was great. Oh, do I get the new QPs? I think I do. Sweet. Just racking up 2 QPs and 5 chests right off the bat. Dope. Let's go to the deck. The deck felt great. I think I'm honestly just going to run it back for another league. Yeah, I honestly don't think I'd make any changes. I didn't really get a good idea of how many sack outlets I need for Groff because it felt like it was fine. Like I don't want to play safe hold away. That's another 2-drop. That's a clunky card. Colony Garden felt pretty good. I mean, obviously it allowed me to keep that last hand. Like I just went Garden into Groff, which was a huge threat. I mean, I drew double weather, which is pretty nuts. Uh, but yeah, the deck was great. Got the 4-1, and that was after the loss on the first match. The sideboard felt pretty narrow, but also it's pretty powerful. We didn't play against any blue decks, which is pretty insane. That's actually good matchups for this to play against like the Fey decks. I hate playing against Stompy when I'm playing Fey, any type of Fey deck for the most part. I think the blue-white Fey deck actually has a better Stompy matchup with all the life gain and stuff. But anyways, I really like this deck. I think Groff is positioned to be a player in the Pauper metagame, specifically in this deck. I think this is the best shell for it. If you're black-green, the problem is that your mana's not that great because you have to play tap lands. So playing a turn 2 Groff in black-green is much harder than playing a turn 2 Groff in mono-green. In black-green, you're more like a turn 3 Groff deck, but you're more consistent and you can take more advantage of the sacrifice, which is good. But yeah, I feel like this might be the new build of Stompy. Groff was great for us all league. You gotta admit it, this good doggo just carried us. So again, youtube.com/snapbolt. Please like and subscribe. I appreciate it. My name's Max. Till the next league, thanks so much for watching. Peace.